Hello everybody, my name is Idiotic Synergy, and today we are going to have a talk about warp spiders. Games Workshop's most infamous Eldar unit, I think. The reason I say that is because Eldar players will just complain about this unit constantly. Now, I don't know how they play in game, but as you can probably tell by the title of this video, they are shit. They are just the worst looking models in all of 40k. They don't fit, they are crap. And here's why. Actually, let's start off with the price, because I've just noticed that. I clicked in this and was instantly starting recording. It's £27.50. £27.50. For 5 of these models. For models that came out in 1997, they're resin fine cast. £27.50. Why? I am baffled that they're still being sold. I mean, hell, Mordy and Iron Guard don't get sold anymore. In fact, most Guard regiments don't get sold anymore. But these carry on. They don't look that good. They look shit. There's no way around it. They just look shit. So, anyway, let's ignore the price. Because I know that's daft when talking about anything Games Workshop related, but let's ignore the price and look at the models. First up, you might notice something weird. This guy, and that guy, and that guy's, the feet aren't connected to the bases properly. Want to know why? Well, dear viewer, it is because they use slider bases. What is slider bases? Hell! It is hell! No one likes slider bases, and because they're resin fine cast, you best hope you didn't order those models on a summer's day. Oh, right, slider bases. For those of you that don't know why this is an issue, is because with every fine cast model you got, you had a slider base. And the way that I think you got a slider base with every fine cast model, I don't know. I had an old Emperor's Champion model that was fine cast, but the way around it is that you would cut off the actual sliders from the feet and then glue the feet onto the base, onto a separate base. You can't do that with these. The reason is because they use 25mm bases and they don't fit. They just don't fit. I'm lost for words. How do you... Why aren't they 35mm? It would make more sense if they were 35mm bases. You can... If you're not going to update the sculpts, then at least update the pissing bases. But anyway, if you're going to buy this unit, and why would you? But if you were, my advice is use a bigger base. Use bigger bases, because they need it. Unless you're playing against some twat that goes, I noticed you're using warp spiders. That's not 25mm bases. You're using that for a tactical advantage. Oh, people like that really get on my tits. If your model doesn't fit the base it comes with, use a different base. That's fine. Anyway, so that's the bases. The next thing that I just hate about the model is all of it looks terrible, but look at the hands. The hands don't fit. The gun doesn't fit. I don't even know what's going on with this guy. This model pisses me off the most. But look at all this. So you've got your fine cast legs, right? The arms look out of place. The hands look weird and disjointed. Not only that, the gun looks far too angular. It doesn't look nice and smooth, and that's saying something when some of the even older models look better than this one, than these models. I'm gonna say it. The Commander Dante model from 1990 looks better than this. And that's a feat. That's some sort of skill, or I don't know how. But how can you make the Commander Dante model and then a few years later make this, and it looks even worse than the 1990 model. It's impressive in a horrible way, but the guns don't look right. They just don't. They look big. The legs don't look right. They look short but long at the same time, if that makes sense. Maybe it's because they don't fit on the bases properly. The body doesn't look... The body's tiny. The heads are too big. I hate this model. This one here looks the worst. And you know what's even better about this is that this one has a 360 view. Yeah. This one has a 360 view. And this just sums it up. Look at the backpack. Look at it. Just bask in it. I'm not going to say anything. No, wrong button. But just look at the backpack. It looks dreadful. I don't even know if I don't even know what to say other than why is this still being sold? And why hasn't it been updated? If I was going to update this kit, I would. Games Workshop could easily update this kit. But they haven't. Have they forgotten it exists? It's impossible to forget that it exists because Eldar players are so vocal about it. But the backpack looks stupid. Not to mention the weird gun. Hang on. Holy shit. Like, even the paint. How do you... I don't even know what to say. I was about to say even the paint job looks bad, but it's a lot better than what I could do. I'm shit at painting, but this, like, you can see here, like, how chunky it is, and I'm surprised it's still being sold. I am really surprised it's still being sold. I don't know what else to say. This one's the worst one. It's still being sold for money. All of this. And it just looks crap. I mean, even the helmet itself looks horrible. The webbing on the legs don't look good at all. In fact, is it just that one? Yeah, it is just that one. Why has that one got webbing but the others haven't? Or like ropes around its legs but the others haven't. The weird medallion it has in the centre looks really odd. Stop swapping, you bastard. And, sorry, touchpad is being temperamental. The hand, you know what, I might have missed that when I was having a look. Zoom out, come on. There we go. But, right, it's got one hand here, and one hand, what pose is that? I don't understand this unit. I don't, and I think this one, this guy here is the worst model out of all of them. The unit looks pretty bad. The unit itself looks pretty bad, but this just looks terrible. It just looks terrible. It doesn't make sense. It just looks terrible. I'm lost for words. What more can I say? It doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. I don't know if this was... I think this was freehand, and whoever did the freehanding on this just deserves a pay rise. I'm impressed that they've managed to freehand something cool on this model. Yeah. I mean, look at it. It's terrible. It is terrible. Also, even in the picture, the wires don't line up correctly. They're bent. So, oh god, the fact it's resin. The fact all of this is resin. It's just, this is the worst unit in the entire game. It's the worst looking unit in the entire game. I think the worst unit is, I don't know. I'm not going to say what's the worst unit because I've seen Nurglings take down a knight, Grots take down Gilliman. I've seen, it's a game where you roll dice. There's no such thing as a bad unit, only bad looking models. Subscribe if you want, like the video if you want. I have a Ko-fi where you can support me and look at the weird Warhammer stories I write. And hopefully tomorrow there'll be some Warhammer news that I can cover. I'll see you next time.